Welcome back to 13 News Now at noon. This weekend, we remember the Battle of Midway in World War II. Now, our military fought from June 3rd to June 7th back in 1942, and just 6 months after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. Now, in Virginia Beach, Naval Air Force Atlantic, in conjunction with the Hampton Roads Squadron Association of Naval Aviation, will commemorate the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Midway. So here to talk more about it is Air Land Chief of Staff, Captain Bill Ewald. We are so thankful you are joining us today, talking about something that's very important. Let's get right into the event that you guys are having on Monday. Tell us what we can expect there.
So at 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon, we'll start the commemoration, the ceremony, and we'll be honored by Mayor Sessoms. Admiral Bruce Lindsay, who is the commander of Naval Air Forces Atlantic, will be there, as well as our guest speaker, who is Dr. Tim Orr from ODU. He's a history professor there.
Now, speaking of history, let's get into the Battle of Midway itself. For those that might not be familiar with it, tell us why it's so important to our history.
Well, it was a turning point both for the war in the Pacific, but it was critical for the Navy, and it was one of the times where we turned the tide on the Japanese. They had a battle plan, and through some superior intelligence and through the actions and really the valor of many of our aviators and our sailors that day, we overcame their plan and were superior.
And we have some video actually from the Battle of Midway itself that are showing on your screens right now, just to give you a bit more of a visual to back up what you just told us. So very, very important again to our history. Let's get back to the event, because there is a really cool flyover that's planned. What exactly is that all about?
So we'll have both an F-18 as well as a T-6 Texan, weather permitting, and hopefully Tim is wrong. But we'll have that as part of the ceremony.
Now, how did all of this come about? Of course, this is a very big anniversary for the Battle of Midway, but what was behind the planning process for that? How did you decide exactly what was going to go into the event?
So, believe it or not, this is so important to the Navy, and that we do this celebration every year. It just so happens that this is the 75th, and so we're gonna try to make it extra special, open to the public. We're gonna encourage folks to come out, especially children and folks that are homeschooled, folks like that.
Now, you mentioned some of the speakers. I do want to go back to them. Talk to us a little bit more about the background of the speakers that will be at that event. Just give us a little bit more info.
So again, Dr. Orr is a history professor at ODU, and he has volunteered. He's actually written a book about the battle and about the war, and so he's gonna be our guest speaker and really put some context and talk about that. And then obviously there'll be remarks by Admiral Lindsay as well as the mayor, and we'll also have another special guest there. So there is one survivor. We have a 99-year-old survivor, Captain Rumsley, that'll be there in attendance as well.
That is going to be fantastic. Have you had an opportunity to speak with him, just kind of get words of wisdom from him yet?
Not yet, but I'm looking forward to it on Monday.
That's going to be fantastic. Oh my goodness. All right, so I do want to go over again just the details of the event. And I do believe that we have some information, there we go, that we can put on our screens Monday at 2 p.m. at the Naval Aviation Monument Park there in Virginia Beach. And again, we're hoping that Tim is wrong about this forecast on Monday. We'll certainly see how things pan out. But you did mention there is an opportunity, even if it does rain, that this will still go on.
Rain or shine, we'll be there.
Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much again. This is going to be a fantastic event. We appreciate you coming here and talking with us about it.
No problem.
All right, all of this info will be on 13 News.